Hello everyone, it's Sandra. Welcome to today's video. We're going to talk empties and new products again. I did one of these videos not that long ago, but it was solely focused on skincare products. Make sure you check that out. I'm going to have a link to it up on the screen and in the description box below. In today's empties and new products video, we're going to talk about miscellaneous categories. I have some makeup empties, I have some body care products, and I also have some face masks. And the first set of products I used up are bath products. I used up a couple of these Dr. Teal's foaming bath with pure Epsom salt. My favorites are eucalyptus and spearmint, and then the coconut oil one. I also used up a couple of the Rituals bath foams. These produce a lot of foam. The Samurai bath is quite a masculine scent, so if you're a fan of the scent of like Chanel Blue cologne, this kind of reminds me of that. And then this is the Energy Bubbles, Indian Rose, and Himalayan Honey. This was a really nice, sweet floral. These are very potent and you get a lot of foam and a lot of fragrance. I would suggest checking these out. You can get them at Ulta. I picked them up at the airport. If you ever travel through the Amsterdam airport, Rituals is a Dutch brand and they have a big Rituals store in the airport where you can get really, really good deals on all their stuff. I buy these more frequently than the Rituals ones, and actually I repurchased these. So I have a full one of the spearmint eucalyptus, and then I have a full one of the coconut oil Dr. Teal. So that's my bath situation. When it comes to the shower, I used up a whole bunch of shower gels and oils. The first being Grown Alchemist. This is the Sandalwood Ylang Ylang Hyaluronic Body Wash, and I really enjoyed it. They are a brand that really pride themselves in the sourcing of their ingredients. They use all organic ingredients. I enjoyed this. It was a really, really light wash. It didn't dry out my skin. The fragrance wasn't too strong. It was nice. Then I also used up a Kiehl's Original Musk shower gel. This is one of my favorite scents in the entire world. It's a unisex scent. I also really like the Kiehl's Musk perfume. It's just a gorgeous, sweet, musky scent. Not for everyone, but if you are into musks, this is awesome. It's something that I've repurchased on and off for the last 5-6 years. Kiehl's has friends and family sales on their website quite often where you can get like 25 to 30% off. So whenever I do buy it, I kind of wait for one of those sales. That's kind of what I do for everything. I'm a big sale shopper. I always have like a running wish list going on in my head, and I will just wait until I can snatch something up on sale. I'm not much of an impulse shopper. I like my spreadsheets, I like my lists, I have notes on my phone. It's like that meme with that lady with the calculations, except with shopping lists in my brain. Then we have a shower oil. This is a Rituals Fortune Oil. This is so nice. I love shower oils. While I was on my Rituals rampage in the Amsterdam airport, I picked up a couple of the shower oils, and this was definitely my favorite scent that I have tried. This smells like sweet orange and cedar wood. This also worked well as a shaving oil. So I'm a big fan of shower oils because they're kind of dual purpose, and especially in the winter time when my skin tends to be a bit more dry, using a shower oil is more gentle on the skin. It still does a great job at cleansing the skin, but you can also use it as a shave product, which I enjoy. This is the Bioderma ATODERM shower oil, and it has a fragrance to it. It's very, very lightweight. It's like just like a nondescript, non-offensive, clean scent. It's quite nice. It's quite subtle. It doesn't linger on the skin or anything like that, and it does the job. In terms of shower oil quality, it performs just as well as the L'Occitane shower oils, performs just as well as the Rituals. You can get this in a smaller size too if you want to check it out. Obviously this size is the most economical in terms of price per ounce. They do lather up a bit once they come in contact with water, similar to how a cleansing oil performs when you're washing your face. Big fan of this. Bioderma just can do no wrong. I love me a good French pharmacy product. And these are two body oils that I used up recently. This was the Kiehl's Argan body oil. This is a dry oil, and I think this is discontinued now. Unfortunately, the packaging peeled off. And then this is the True Moringa Simplicity Pure Moringa Face Body Hair Oil. I did not enjoy this in my face or hair because it was a bit too heavy for me, but I really liked applying this on my body. Instead of just applying it all over straight up, I would just mix this in with a body serum. There's a Paula's Choice body serum that I really like. It's an AHA, BHA, antioxidant kind of body serum that is really, really good if you're somebody that struggles with ingrown hairs or keratosis pilaris. So when I want that to be a little bit more moisturizing, I would just add a couple of pumps of this inside and it would just create this beautiful concoction. I am a big proponent of mixing your products. I think it's such a fun way to kind of play around with different textures. If you're unsatisfied with something, try mixing it with other stuff that you have. You might be surprised. Then the body oil that I'm currently using, it was actually sold as a massage oil, but I just use it as like a body moisturizing oil, and it's by the brand Koki Koki. This is a perfumery based out of Mexico. They have shops all over the Yucatan Peninsula. This is the Rosas Frescas scent, which is literally smells like fresh roses. It's not that heavy old school rose scent. Just imagine a freshly picked rose and just crumpling the petals in your hand and then smelling your hands. That's what this smells like. I don't know if you can get the massage oils online. I know that you can get some of their fragrances online. There are several luxury retailers that carry this brand, and the scent actually lasts. I will smell like roses all day long, and when I use this, I like to pair this with the Le Labo Rose 31. When I use those two together all day long, I'm just happy. So if you are a fan of that fresh rose scent, definitely check this out. They also make perfume. That is it for body care. Let's get on to some makeup. I am having a bit of a moment with hydrating primers. I used up these two, which were actually quite similar. The first is the Armani Prima. This is the Smart Moisture Serum. This is a hyaluronic acid based hydrating priming product. It also works as a skincare product, and it's just a really, really nice silky serum type of texture, which is beautiful if you're struggling with dehydrated skin and you just want a little boost of hydration underneath your makeup. Very similar to the Ren Perfect Canvas. This has been reformulated and it comes in an orange bottle now. I have not tried the new and updated formula yet, but I did really enjoy this. This is silicone free, so if you're somebody that struggles with silicone primers and pilling with the rest of your skincare and your makeup, this might be something to try. Currently in my routine, I have these two, which are very, very bougie, and they are fantastic. I love both of them. The first is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer. It's a bit more emollient, so I just love focusing this on my cheeks. I've just really enjoyed this underneath all my foundations, and it just gives the dry areas of my skin a little extra boost, and I feel like they look better throughout the day. And then we have the Sicily Double Tenseur. This has more of a gel texture, and while both of these are lightweight, the Giorgio Armani has a bit more moisture to it, while this one is more of a gel. But this also does some brightening and tightening. This really reminds me of the Clarins Instant Flash Primer, if you remember that, but it's a bit more refined. The Instant Flash Primer from Clarins was a bit more finicky in terms of application. This is a lot more foolproof, I think. Put a couple pumps in your hands, slap it on, and you can feel the difference. It just is a beautiful, beautiful primer. It adds hydration, a bit of brightening, a bit of lift. The price tag is very, very, very high though. I would recommend checking it out obviously if you have the budget and if you're into luxury makeup, but get it when Saks or Neiman Marcus have a gift card event. That's when I like to dabble in these super, super luxury brands. That's when I buy my Byredo candles. That's when I want to try, if I want to try Sicily or Clé de Peau makeup. I would recommend waiting for one of those beauty events or a friends and family sale. The Sicily website also has some good deals, or if you're somebody that travels a lot, the Sicily airport prices are lower. If you're somebody that's in your 20s, I don't think you would actually get much enjoyment out of this. But if you're like in your 30s, 40s, and you want to see a little bit of a lift and brightening effect underneath your makeup, obviously it's a temporary effect, but I think you will actually see this working more. I have been enjoying it and I haven't been disappointed by it, which is awesome. Let's move on to foundations. I am trying to use up more foundation than I buy, which is quite hard because foundation is my favorite. I think that the number of foundation launches has just exploded, especially in the last year. There have been so many foundations that have come out, so many that I would like to try, but I'm trying to pace myself, and I want to use up more stuff then I buy new stuff. Starting out with the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation, this is great. I would give this like a 3.5 out of 5. I really liked it. Was I obsessed with it? No. What I really liked about this particular product is that the shade 4.5 in this formula is a perfect color match for me for when I don't have any type of fake tan going on. It is perfect. It has that beautiful balance of an olive undertone with some warmth, but it's still like a light to medium color. So the color was just absolutely perfect. In terms of coverage, this is a more medium to full coverage foundation, had a satin finish on the skin. I think that this is a great product to try if you're somebody that wants more coverage and if you have more oily combination skin, but you can also throw on a hydrating primer underneath and have a good result. Unfortunately, I had used this up before I got this primer. Otherwise, I think together they would have made a really nice combination. But in terms of everyday foundations, my taste has changed and I want more of a light to medium coverage now, and I like a little bit of a glowy finish just because I find that to be more flattering on my skin. I really enjoyed this product. This is the IPKN Moist and Firm BB Cream. This was so good, and I know that quite a few of you also picked it up because I've been talking about it a lot over the last couple of years. This is my second bottle of it. I use the shade Light Medium, which is a great color match for me in the summertime. This is a great everyday summertime makeup for me. It's a BB cream, has SPF 45 in it. This is like a cosmetic CC cream, but for people with oily combination skin. It just had way better of a lasting power on my skin. Another BB cream product that I used up is the Amore Pacific. Oh, this is actually a CC cream. This is the Color Control Cushion Compact. The reason this looks like this is because I kept the compact just in case I ever want to repurchase it, or if I want to try a different Amore Pacific cushion formula. You can refill the compact, you can just buy refills, which is great. It was a really nice way to kind of touch up SPF throughout the day. But as a standalone foundation product, it didn't have great oil control. So if you're somebody with oily combination skin, I would maybe skip this. If you're somebody with dry skin, dry to normal skin in the summertime, you will love this because it has a very glowy finish. My holy grail cushion foundation, and actually one of my favorite foundations ever of all time, is the Giorgio Armani. I actually do have backups of this because every time I travel or every time one of my friends travel, I always ask them to pick up a couple of refills for me. This is what the actual compact looks like. And then inside you just have the cushion, which looks like this. And you can actually flip this if you just take some tweezers. If you feel like you've used it all up, take some tweezers, the pointed tip ones, and you can actually lift this and flip it around and get more product at the bottom. Initially, looking at it, it doesn't look like you can do that because it has a mesh. You can actually remove it and flip it over to get more product. I also like to store this upside down in order to get every single drop. The other product that I used up is Lancome Teint Doll Ultra. This is one of my favorite foundations to mix in with other stuff, and it's also just a really great, solid, medium cover everyday foundation. I just want coverage that I can rely on with great lasting power. This is a great everyday work foundation. I use the shade 210 Buff N in the winter time, and I use the shade 230 Buff W in the summertime. Love this. And also this mixed with the Cosmetics CC cream makes a beautiful, long wearing, slightly glowier, medium to full coverage everyday foundation. Then the other two new foundations that I have, you have seen both of these because I featured these in videos, and they're not that new, but they're just the newest foundations in my collection. The Pat McGrath foundation, which I like the color match that I have. I use this in the shade Light Medium 10, and I really like this mix with the Chanel water tint. That's a really beautiful everyday sheer dewy base for me. And if I want a bit more radiance, this Clé de Peau cushion is very good. Perfect for people with more normal to combination skin. This is better for me in the winter time than it was in the summertime. In the summertime, I found it, when my natural oils would come through, I found the look to be a bit too radiant. But if you're somebody that just wants all the glow, I think that you will love this regardless. It's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It does what it says. It says it's radiant, it delivers. When it comes to concealers, I used up two. First is Lancome Teint Ultra Wear the Camouflage. This was good. I just don't like the packaging. I don't like squeezy tube. When it comes to under eye concealer, I like wands. So I will not repurchase, but in terms of formula, it was actually really nice. New concealer that I'm trying out right now. This was sent to me by Maybelline, and I'm actually wearing it today, and I'm very impressed by it. It's the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer, and this actually has a wand, which is really nice. I use the shade Light Medium 18. Similar to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in terms of how it performs under my eyes. It's very, very similar. It doesn't have quite as much coverage. Still good coverage, but just not quite as full as the Too Faced. I like the packaging, like the fact that it's a squeezy tube and a wand, so you can really get in there and get all the product out. The next concealer that I used up is my NARS. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I use this in the shade Canal. This is my favorite concealer to use on acne scars and hyperpigmentation, and I repurchased it in the Sephora VIB sale. This is one of the few NARS products that I just repurchase as soon as I run out of it. It's one of my holy grail concealers. And then I bought this in the Sephora VIB sale as well, just because I keep hearing Harry and Lindsay, they have a podcast called Full Coverage, which is a really, really fun beauty podcast. It's just like hanging out with a couple of friends talking about beauty products. They always talk about this product, and it's a product that I don't hear anybody else talk about. It's the Hourglass Veil Retouching Fluid. An interesting product because it doesn't have a lot of coverage. I got the color Natural, so you can see it on my hand. It has some coverage. It's quite light. It's luminous. I think that it will be a really nice product to have when my dry patches are out to play. Like I have one right here. I have sometimes around my nose, especially if it's cold season and I'm blowing my nose a lot. Sometimes the under eye areas can be drier than normal. And I figured that this is a nice product to have to just touch up those areas. It kind of rehydrates those areas and refreshes coverage, and I can just reapply and it will kind of refresh the makeup in a really beautiful way. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think this could be a really cool product to have in your makeup bag. If you're a working woman, you're spending your day at the office, and maybe, I don't know, you're gonna meet a friend for dinner, and you just want to, you want to check out your makeup, you wanna make sure things are nice and refreshed without like actually redoing anything. Do a little touch up, blend it out with your fingers, and then you can be on the go. Let's do a quick fire mascara eyebrow session, and let's start with the L'Oreal Voluminous Paradise. This was in the European packaging. Really like this, one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. I used up a Care Vice mascara. This is my second one, and this left me really perplexed because the first time I tried this mascara, I really, really loved it, and I also love the fact that it's refillable. So this is just the refill cartridge, and the first one that I had, I absolutely loved. This one I didn't love so much, so I'm confused. Next up is the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. This was good, but the wand is just so big. I find it really hard to maneuver, and it was quite hazardous because it hurts when you get this in your eye. It's huge. It really delivers in terms of volume. So if you're a girl that wants really, really thick, voluminous lashes, and you have big eyes, I think this is great. It had decent lasting power on me. It didn't smudge on me as much as the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara did. It's just too cumbersome. The Marc Jacobs Velvet Mascara Primer, I really enjoyed this. This is a great way to add more volume if you're using like a typical lengthening separating mascara. I would repurchase, I haven't yet. Then we have the Lancome Monsieur Big. This is such a beautiful mascara. I love the way my lashes look, but I can't wear this for every day. I can only wear this for special occasions if I'm only gonna be out of the house for like 3-4 hours. If I'm out all day, this will smudge on me by the end of the day. I know that the waterproof mascara is also really good, but I don't want to fuss with waterproof mascara. I just find them too hard to remove. So I want a mascara that will last all day on my lashes, but that is still easy to remove at night. The IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara was good. I liked it. And then the L'Oreal Unlimited mascara I really, really loved. This was a great summertime mascara for me. I would repurchase it again in the summer. I find myself in the summertime reaching more for separating, lengthening mascaras, and in the wintertime I want more thickening, volumizing mascaras. So this did such a nice job at really lifting the lashes. The mascara I'm using right now and I'm loving is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. This is very similar to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. So if you like L'Oreal Lash Paradise, check out CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I find this to be just as nice in terms of the effect that it gives my lashes, but a little bit better because it lasts longer. It doesn't dry out as fast as the L'Oreal one, which is awesome. Little hourglass wand situation, and I love it. No smudging, easy to remove at night. Very, 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 very happy with this. I used up a bunch of eyebrow pencils and eyebrow gels. The ColourPop Brow Gel, this was very nice, but I still love the L'Oreal Discontinued Brow Stylist the most. I managed to stock up on these when I realized that they were going to be discontinued. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper in the color medium. I think it's called light to medium. This was good, but not as good as this. So I am still working through my backups of these. I'm confident that I will find a brow gel that I will love after I use up my reserves of these, but for now, I'm happy I got the backups. Then I used up this NYX Skinny Brow Pencil and the MAC Shape and Shade, I think it's called, the Shape and Shade Brow Tint. This is like a pen situation, similar to the Glossier Brow Flick or the Ardell Stroke-A-Brow. It's got like a very, very thin, it's like a liquid liner for your eyebrows. And then this is just a regular skinny eyebrow pencil. I liked both of these, but honestly, I find the brow pen to be a bit too finicky for me. I think I like just a regular brow pencil better. I like the formula of the NYX brow pencil, but I don't like the color. This is the color Ash Brown. I also tried the color Taupe before, and neither of them do it for me. Now I'm using the IT Cosmetics Brow Power in the color Universal Taupe, which I like, but I don't love. I find the color to be a bit too warm for me. I bought the Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in the shade Soft Brunette, and this is perfect. This is exactly the color that I was looking for, and I really, really like it. I'm going to try to use this up as well, maybe together. They'll make a nice combination. When it comes to lipstick, I used up my old faithful Dior Addict Extreme lipstick in the color Incognito. This was a very sad empty because this was such a unique nude color. I really don't like what Dior is doing with their lip formulas right now. I find the old ones to be so much better. I have 2 new nude lipsticks in my life. I just had to do it, you know? When Lisa Eldridge launches nude lipsticks, you have to do it. You just have to do it. So I bought the Velvet lipsticks in the colors Velvet Muse, which is such a gorgeous nude color for fall and winter. And then I bought the color Velvet Fawn, which is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing it today with a little bit of lip gloss on top. I'm wearing the Burberry Rosewood lip gloss. I want a bit of moisture. My lips have been super, super dry, but these are gorgeous, and I'm sure she will restock. Her lipsticks are doing really, really well. Every time she launches something, it sells out right away, but it ends up coming back. I love the packaging too. Very, very chic, very Lisa. She is like a timeless, classy lady. Excited to wear them some more. I was wearing Velvet Muse yesterday, so today I'm wearing Velvet Fawn, and I really love it. Velvet Fawn is like the perfect My Lips But Better color for me. Let's do face masks really quick, and then I will let you go. So first things first, I used up the May Lindstrom Problem Solver mask that comes in powder format, and you mix it with water. You can also mix it with a hydrating toner. You can mix it with some aloe vera gel. You can kind of customize your own concoction. I just never really saw any results from it. The ultimate favorite is Biologique Recherche Masque Vivant. Smells like dirty diapers, but it works. If you're somebody that struggles with breakouts, if you're somebody that struggles with congestion, that is the best mask. But I do know some people that really, really love it and swear by it, so I'm just sharing my experience. For me, it wasn't anything special, but this May Lindstrom mask was very special. and I'm very sad because it is currently discontinued, but it will come back next year. This is the Lindstrom Honey Mud. It was a gentle enzyme cleanser and mask, so I love the fact that it's a multitasking product. It looked like a clay mask. I don't know why I'm showing you because I washed the container, but it looked like a clay mask, but just with a really, really lush, rich texture. It wasn't drying at all. It wasn't the type of mask that dried to like a crusty finish. Had gentle enzymes in there that would work at brightening the skin a little bit, and just the honey in there was antibacterial, and it would just leave my skin feeling really nice and nourished and soothed, and I'm very excited for it to come back because I really miss having it. The product that I'm using right now to kind of fill the void of honey mask is this Giorgio Armani Crema Nera Reviving Volcanic Mask. This is beautiful. This was sent to me because I was working with Armani on a project with this mask, so I was very, very excited to use it and test it out, and I really enjoyed it, so I was happy to work with them for it. This also smells really beautiful. It has a very, very subtle, fresh, sweet scent, whereas this was more of like an earthy, straight up honey scent. I think if you're somebody with more mature skin and you want a mask that will draw out impurities and help clarify, but at the same time nourish and moisturize your skin, this is great. It contains a lot of oils in there. It's like a moisturizing, clarifying mask all in one, which is quite unique. And this also works as a cleansing balm. This has this beautiful texture to it, works as a gel to oil cleanser as well if you use it in small amounts. It doesn't leave any weird residues on the skin or anything. It's a really, really beautiful product. Gorgeous packaging. It also comes with a very, very high price tag, given the fact that it's part of the Crema Nera range, which is like the pinnacle in terms of the Giorgio Armani beauty brand. The final mask I'm going to talk about is an exfoliating mask. I love my masks and I love to play around with different stuff. This is the Facial Radiance Intensive Peel mask from First Aid Beauty. This has been repackaged. It now comes in a tube, but this was like a lactic acid clay mask. It would just sting my face every time I used it, which is why it took me a while to use up. I'm using this right now, which I'm really enjoying. This is the second time I've had this. The first time I bought it with my own money. The second time Ren sent this to me. And it's the Ren Glycolactic Renewal Mask. This is a great glycolic acid, lactic acid. If you're somebody with more dehydrated skin that's prone to congestion, you need extra help to kind of eat away at that dead skin. It also does a really nice job at brightening my skin. In terms of brightening effects, I think that they're quite comparable, but this is just a lot more gentle on my skin. I never experienced any irritation, any stinging with it, and I like the texture of it. It's kind of like a jam. It's like putting peach jam on your face. I always feel like my face looks really, really nice and bright afterwards. I hope that little mask roundup was useful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and taking the time to watch this video. I know it was another long one. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.